Hey everyone, thanks for choosing this podcast. We're your host, Em.
And I'm Kay.
Come join us to chat about anything related to healing and so much more. Welcome, everybody. This is episode 25, and today we're going to chat about something entirely new. We're refreshing ourselves and starting a new little mini series. And today we're going to talk about taking up space and challenging our shyness, because boy, is that a really big topic for us.
Yes, excited to chat about it and get into our shy journey. But before we get started on that, how have you been?
I've been doing great. Yeah, I've been doing good. Nothing much to say, I guess. Just, going through January like everyone, but with a good head start.
Hey, it is still only the second week of January, so we are getting in the rhythm of recording again. But me, I've been pretty good today. I had kind of a tough day yesterday. I shared all the details with Em before we recorded. Kind of a frustrating day, but I'm converting that energy to positive energy and just excited to keep going with the podcast.
Yeah, that is definitely the way to go.
Thank you. Yeah, it was work drama, guys, but guess what? Let's try to remember to not take work outside into our personal lives because it doesn't benefit us and leave that toxic job if you have it. I'm telling that to myself.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, but you know what? Let's just jump right into it. Kay, what is your definition of being shy or just shyness in general?
So for me, shyness, I can only describe it from my experience, but I would bet $1,000,000 that you share a similar experience, and so do a lot of other shy people. But for me, it kind of shows up in me not speaking or saying things that I want to with particularly new people or people that maybe I've known for a while, but I don't know that well because I don't feel comfortable. And I guess what it kinda comes down to is that I'm thinking too much about how they're perceiving me. So, like, afraid to speak up, which I totally hate because in my head, I have a lot of things that I'm saying in my head. Um, I guess it's just, an insecurity to some extent is the best way I can describe it for now. How about you?
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mention all of those items because per the internet, quick Google search, it says being shy means feeling awkward, nervous, or uncomfortable in social situations, especially with strangers, often stemming from a fear of negative judgment leading to quietness, hesitation, and avoiding interactions. I mean, your definition definitely hit the spot. And I don't know. I think
Put my picture next to shy.
I wanna, like, add to the same thing, like, all of the feelings that you just mentioned is definitely what I've felt when I think about the definition of shyness. I guess I didn't, encapsulate it into one word. I didn't know that shyness meant all of that in one, you know what I mean?
I do tend to get awkward as well, so I didn't realize that the same. I didn't know that it fell
Mhm.
under that, but it all kinda makes sense. I have always said that I'm shy, but I have never once looked it up in the dictionary. Have you?
No, I haven't either, and, it's funny that it's true, I've always said that I'm shy as well, but I never thought that shyness meant that you were being awkward and, this and that, and I always thought they were separate from being shy.
I guess you can be awkward and not shy too, but it makes sense that they all kind of intermingle. But when I said always, I have not always been shy. I remember before moving to the US, I was not a shy girl. I was definitely open and I felt very comfortable. So for me personally, I feel like when I moved to the US and didn't know the language, it hit my confidence. How about you, Em? Have you always recalled yourself as being shy?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, yes and no. Like, I've been very much a shy person, a shy baby, a shy kid, but I also had that side of me where I was really out spoken, outgoing, very like I would love to perform at church because I grew up in a very church-centered family, and I'd do plays, I'd sing and all these things, and that requires not being shy and just doing like these public displays. And yeah, but I do remember when I was like a kid or it was really hard for me to, like, talk to people, and I'd hide behind my mom, and just be, like, very, like, mute. So, I guess I was always shy, but then I wasn't. I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting. So, one who sang in your church, I told you you're a good singer. See, I knew it had to come from somewhere, just from out of nowhere. Second, it's kind of like you put on a persona. It sounds like when you would perform.
I think. Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe it was me putting on a persona. Whole thing of just, like, shutting off a side of me to do the thing. I don't know.
Because you really liked it, I'm assuming. I mean,
Yeah. I
you
mean, when you're a kid, you do things that either your parents tell you to do or that you are signed up to do, and yeah, I guess I also liked it as well.
it kinda reminds me of Bad Bunny because I don't know if you've seen this clip, it's been floating around for quite a while, but I don't know if you're in the Bad Bunny circles and social media, I definitely am. And he was saying that he is actually naturally a really shy person and that he has to push himself to talk to people, like, it's not natural for him to start conversations, and I was so surprised when he said that because he performs for stadiums, huge audiences, and I guess, like, he started with Bad Bunny, and he said that it was his persona, so it was easier for him
Mhm,
to get on stage, perform because he felt like he was somebody else, but I guess he's now trying or he has been trying to, be himself more on stage or, like, be a mix.
mhm. Yeah, that definitely makes sense because it's really hard to be yourself, but it's really easy to be someone else, and when you think about being someone else, not yourself, you can do whatever you wanna do because it's not you, right? And maybe that was the mentality that I had or that I still have because it really happens to me where, like, I know I'm shy and I hate talking to people that I don't know, that I don't feel comfortable with, but then when I, like, shut off that side and I put on my persona of, like, "Oh, I need to be the professional, I have to be the, this and that," I completely take on a new role, and it's just easier that way.
Very interesting. I can relate to you in the sense where, well, again, I'm shy, and my full-time job is in customer service, and you have to interact a bunch with people, and when I pick up that phone call, I feel myself taking on my customer service persona, and it makes it easier to have all these conversations with random people, but then at the end of the day, I'm totally wiped. I don't really wanna talk to
Oh.
too many people after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I definitely that was literally a thought that I was thinking about. You're putting so much energy in keeping this persona or this, like, character alive that at the end, when everything's done, you're just exhausted, wiped out. I can relate to
Mhm.
that.
I didn't exactly quite see it that way, but yeah, that would explain not only because it is exhausting for me as an introvert to have so many conversations with new people, and they're not always happy people, as you all know if you're in customer service. But then
Yeah,
on top
yeah,
of that, yeah, it's like trying to be someone that I'm naturally not.
that is true. I was gonna ask you before I answered, why do you think you became shy? Well, I mean, I know in a sense why you became shy coming to the States because obviously you don't know the language and everything's completely different, but you said that you were so not shy where you used to live. Do you wanna elaborate a little bit with that?
I think the language was a big part of it. I couldn't explain myself, and it was beyond the language, like, the way that I acted or even looked was different than other people, and I felt like the outsider.
Mhm.
So it went beyond the language. And then I remember, so I'm from South America, as I have mentioned before, and a lot of kids didn't understand where South America was for my time.
Mhm.
And I think I have mentioned this to you before, but kids telling me that I'm from China when I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm from South America. I'm from Peru. And that like made me feel even more isolated, and it kind of messed with my head of like, okay, I am this person, but you're telling me I'm someone else. And I'm like, okay, is this how they're perceiving me this way, but I'm not that person. So like maybe that's kind of where it started, me thinking how people are perceiving me potentially.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
didn't actually think about that before. Mhm.
I'm curious to know, like, how you were in Peru because you said you weren't shy.
Similar to you with the performing that you said,
Mhm.
my mom would always record us, and because she would send videos to my dad who was in the US at the time,
Mhm.
and I would always wanna be in front of the camera. I would always put on a show, like, dress up in costumes, um, I don't know, try to be funny. But I was kind of annoying. But at that time, to me, I was just trying to entertain. I wanted to, like, make people laugh, like, my family and my dad, who the videos were gonna go to. So that was, like, an example of how I wasn't shy. Like, right now, you couldn't pay me to try and be funny in front of the camera.
Yeah. But do you think it was because you were a kid and you didn't have that inhibition of, like, what people are gonna think about you?
I mean, potentially because I lived in Peru till I was 7. Also, I had friends at school. I had an older sister who, I think was pretty similar to me. She wasn't shy during that period, but funny enough, she also became shy when we moved to the US. So you see the
Yeah.
the trend here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, that's true. I mean, it's well, we can't take it lightly. Moving to another country is pretty life-changing because,
Dramatic.
yeah, for me, I didn't move to the States. I actually when I was 8, our family moved to Chile because of my dad's work, and it same thing, like, I didn't know the language well, and it was just different, a different lifestyle. But then again, I was still shy. I've always been shy, so it was, like, triple hard going to school, getting to know this whole lifestyle and stuff. Yeah.
What age were you? Did you say it?
I was 8.
Wait, when you moved to Chile?
Mhm.
Oh, why did I think okay. So we were interesting. We were around the same age when we moved to new countries,
Yeah. And, it's
but
funny
I left South
because
America.
yeah, we swapped.
And your partner, would you qualify him as being shy?
He
And
yeah, he's kinda
qualify
shy,
him.
but
What am I
he's
saying?
not as
Would you think
he's kinda shy, but he's not my shy level where I feel like it's very debilitating in some sense.
Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, I guess I more think of him as more of a quiet person than shy. I don't think I haven't gotten
Yeah.
shy vibes from him,
Yeah. Yeah,
but I
actually,
don't know. I mean, you know him better.
you're saying that, maybe he is more of a quiet person than he is shy. Um, I'm looking at the definition again, and yeah, quiet isn't in here. I don't know.
M has to be for her to classify him, she has to be sure he ticks all the boxes in the definition. Um, but we are not quiet people. Mm-mm.
No, not at all,
Shy
and
but
I'm
not
sure
quiet.
yeah, exactly. Wait, actually, now that I think about it, your partner, he's not shy and he's not quiet. How do you live?
I survive. Well, you know what? I'm not quiet either. So honestly, I feel like when we are one on one or with people that I'm really that we're both well, actually, for him it doesn't matter that I'm really comfortable with.
Uh-huh.
Like things are great, and when it's just one-on-one, honestly, I'm the one talking his ear off. Yeah. But what about when you were younger? Did you enjoy performing? You said plays,
Yeah, I
singing.
I definitely did. I'm sure I did because I don't have any, like, bad memories about it.
When you are dancing, you do look very happy. Like, I see you expressing yourself. Oh, duh, that's dance. But I mean, you look happy, okay? Not everybody looks happy dancing. There's this video of me when I was, like, 7, 6, and there was this school dance. My mom made me wear this dress, and I didn't like wearing dresses back in those days, and I was forced to dance with this kid, and when she's recording me, you could literally see my face. I was so pissed off, and I was just
Uh-huh.
moving like it wasn't even dancing, I was moving because I was forced to be there. So not everybody looks happy.
Like, maybe it has to do with, like, just performing arts in general. Because I enjoy acting, I enjoy, like, dancing. Because I did school dances like you did too, and it was awkward as hell, but I'd still do them, and I'd still enjoy them. I don't know.
Have you ever thought about taking a dance class as an adult?
I definitely have, and I just haven't because one, time, obviously, and then, I don't know if I wanted to allocate resources for that specific thing, like, it makes me feel like I'm being selfish, which I should probably get over that because why would that be selfish if I'm treating myself to something that I wanna do?
I feel like that's kind of challenging yourself to take up space, right? And that includes your interests, like
Yeah.
that is something that I'm starting to learn to be more okay with. Like, I can pay for something, and it doesn't have to mean food or shelter. It can mean my soul feeling fulfilled, my mind being, enriched, you know?
I like that you mentioned that because I didn't think about it like that, and I should start thinking about that. Because, I mean, we only live one life, and if we don't take the class now or the thing now while our bodies are well and working, then time's gonna pass and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I wish I did that," and you're on your deathbed and you have all those regrets, you know what I mean?
So I foresee a little mini series of, M goes to dance class.
Already cringing thinking about, like, going to sign up and just dancing around people that I don't know. Ah! The cringe.
Can see you having so much fun though, and when you're actually there, like, when you get in your zone, I feel like you would think it's so worth it.
Yeah, but it would, it would. Wait, what about you, though? What would be something that would make you feel the same?
Surprisingly enough, I also have been wanting to take a dance class. I have taken salsa classes, and honestly, I was so self-conscious and I was so scared because I don't have natural movement. I don't know what happened to me. I'm from South America, but the South American fairy didn't put, like, rhythm dust on me when I was born, okay? And, I took it because I wanted to challenge myself, and it was a lot of fun. I did feel judged a lot of the times, but I actually became, like, less than horrible. I'm still not great at it, but at least now I kind of understand the steps to it, which took me a long time. I'm very in my head, so when people would tell me, "Just listen to the beat," I'm like, "What beat?" I don't translate that into, like, steps.
I love it that you
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
took the class, though, which is, the important part.
Yeah, it was fun. I took quite a few, and I would do it again, but I actually wanted to learn hip hop dance.
You wanted to, have you seen that meme where it's like, "I'm your" oh, what was it? What does she say? "I'm your freestyle dance teacher," whatever? You don't know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh my gosh, no, I haven't, but you have to show me that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
But to backtrack to your question, I think that I would wanna take a painting class or maybe a drawing class. I feel like I have maybe some untapped abilities. What was it, in, like, 2022 or something? I started drawing more on my laptop. And it was just
Mhm.
random things, but most of the time I would draw when I felt like I was in a low place. Like I was working on one day and he saw it, my partner, and he was like, "Oh, some of these are actually like they're different. They're like look like your own." I'm like, "Oh, really?" So then that was like a little bit of an encouragement. Maybe I'm not that bad. So I feel like I would want to learn more. But same like you, I'm like, should I spend the money doing that?
Yeah. Actually, this is, like, news to me. I know that you mentioned that you doodled a bit, but I wanna see these now. And you know what? I can see you painting because, 1, I love painting, but I love the relaxing feeling that it gives you. So you will definitely benefit from that.
I agree. So maybe these are like potential challenges that we can do at one point. Who knows? Maybe even in this series.
Exactly, who knows?
Yeah, we shall see. But so kind of drifting a little bit away from that, I know I talked about a little bit about my experience being shy in school because I feel like that is kind of where one can feel just how shy one is because in school most other kids are like talking and chatty and making friends with everybody. But how about you? What was your experience like being a shy girl in school?
Um, well, I had my group of friends, and, it wasn't hard for me to make friends, I guess, but it was really hard for me to speak to new people. Our schools were kind of tiny, like, our classes were kind of tiny. Well, my school was tiny. My class was a very tiny, like 30 kid sized class. And we wouldn't do the whole swapping classrooms that they do here in the States. It would just be one class, but the teachers would come in. We'd get exchange teachers. So it wasn't hard for me to be with my group of friends or anything. And we weren't really exposed to new people that often. Maybe at the beginning of the year we'd get like 1 or 2 new transfer kids or whatever. So, it wasn't that
What
hard.
what grades sorry, got it. What grades were these for? This was in Chile, no?
Yeah. So, I did middle
Assuming.
school and high school in Chile, and middle school was just, like, the same class, same teacher throughout subjects, and then, high school, we started getting, like, more teachers for different subjects coming in. But I basically had my same cohort throughout middle school and high school.
But it's interesting, you said it wasn't hard for you to make friends, but at one point they were new. So, like, as a shy person, how did you manage to make them your friends?
Yeah, I think it was more because my friend group would start collectively talking to the new person, so it was a lot easier, but I guess it was harder if it was, like, a one-on-one thing.
So, do you feel like in group settings as an adult, are you better at them than one-on-ones?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Um, yeah, I still feel awkward, like, thinking about, "Oh, I need to meet up with someone solo," because I don't know if I'm gonna, like, have enough subject information to talk to about, or if there's gonna be awkward pauses and you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
See, I like more one-on-one, and I am more prone to go that way because in a big group, I will be the quietest one there and the shyest because it's too overwhelming, there's too many people talking, and I don't like to, like, have to fight to speak. And I guess it's not even a shy thing at that point, like, if I'm with my friends, it's more so like everybody's voice is literally so much louder than mine that I will speak when you all shut up.
Yeah. For me, if it's like a group of people that I know, at least that I've met once or twice, it'll be a lot more normal. But I feel like if it's a group of people that I have no idea who you are, it's a lot difficult, but I still try to be like to put my voice in there somehow. But again, with that persona, very like I'm thinking about every step of everything that I'm saying.
What about, like, What about shyness in school? You know how well, I don't know, I never had this experience, but I've seen it in movies where
Mhm.
there's, like, the Sadie Hawkins dance, and the girl I think it's that dance, the girl has to ask the boy to go to the dance.
Oh, you mean like, for a formal or something like that? Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, the school system in Latin America is a lot more different than the one in the States. They don't have winter formals, they don't have, like,
Yeah,
annual dances and stuff. They do have events, like, for certain, like, days, celebration days or whatever, but it's not like here where you have to ask someone, "Will you go to the dance with me?" or whatever. Because I didn't have to ask anyone. They just have collectively a dance, and that's it. And, obviously, there would be, like, "Oh, do you wanna dance with me?" or whatever. I didn't ask anyone, you know? They would ask me. I'm just kidding. Remember I remember one instance where I got asked to dance, and obviously, you feel like, they're asking you to dance, ooh, he likes you." I remember saying yes, but that's about it. I danced and that's it, like, yeah. I feel like I'm being so
that
awkward
is
right
funny.
now, so awkward.
Well, I mean, you're shy, I'm shy, this is awkward. So
Yeah.
and we're talking about our shyness, which honestly, I have never had such a long conversation about my experience being a shy person, have you?
No, and it's funny because this is making me think about things that I hadn't put into perspective, and they totally make sense. And it feels nice to let these things
Yeah,
go. Talking it with a friend is obviously a lot easier too, especially a friend that is basically the same.
yeah, very similar. Oh,
Okay, guys, if you agree with us and if you happen to be shy or if you can relate with anything that we just mentioned, you should leave the little peeking out, hands covering face emoji in the comments and share your experiences. I'm sure that most of us have gone through the same thing.
yeah, guys, don't forget we're rooting for you. We will chat next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.